Welcome to Miss Dragon's Menagerie. Everyone is welcome, everyone is accepted. The only requirement is that you are loving, kind, and respectful to one another. Bad behavior will not be tolerated. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the replay crew. This is going to be interesting. We'll see how long this lasts. Couldn't find a spot for the canopy safely that the cats wouldn't get a hold of it, so I wound it up on itself, and we'll see if it stays. I don't know. So if all of a sudden in this here live you hear something go frumph, it'll probably be that unwinding itself. I mean, it'd be great if it stays. I wouldn't have to buy another storage box. Or I got several of those weird ass huge Ziploc baggies. That may work. But yeah. Hopefully it stays long enough that I can get the floor and the blankets all cleaned up. Pudgy butt. Hey Steven, how are you? Browsy girl, Crafty witch. Oh, what's for dinner, Crafty? I haven't decided. Hey Seventh. I haven't decided what dinner is yet. I haven't gotten that far of my day. I don't know if you guys can see her. Oh, no, too many cords. I put that netting, mosquito netting. Oh, you moved off of it, fatty. Canopy thing that I had for the granddaughter. Instead of finding a place for it, I just wound it up tight and hooked it to itself, and we'll see if it stays. I don't know. That's what I was thinking of making. I have some really good whole organic carrots that just have been screaming to be made into a pot roast. So, hey Nick Noise, how are you, hon? God, I wish I had other people other people to cook. Oh, but it'll help heat the house. It's 60 degrees outside. I've got the window letting in heat this way, and then I had you can't see it. Let's see. Yeah, right about there is an ethanol fireplace, and that's the fuel. And so I just run a little bit of that for a while, and it heats up the room quickly. So, ow, 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 ow. I abhor the dentist. Well, if it's popcorn for supper, make sure it's not microwaved. Go look into the chemicals they use in microwave popcorn. Oh. Char siu? Is that burnt steaks? I don't know. Char siu? Oh. But yeah, Jolly Time, a little bit of not seed oil. Good, good. Don't use seed oils either. Just use some coconut oil. That'll do nicely. It'll pop the corn just fine. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that sounds good. Yeah. I got potatoes I got to use, celery I need to use, and the carrots are just delicious. I saw a picture and I need to go down and dig out my pint-sized wide mouth jars for canning. I guess if you put your carrots and celery and some water in one of those, they'll stay way longer than a plastic bag. And earlier this week, I had to throw out a whole bag of celery I pre-cut because the end started getting soft and squishy. So, oh, yum. My garden doesn't have squat in it this year. We weren't home to start it, and when we were, I was nursemaid, so I don't even know where the rototiller is in the garage. It's small enough I can run it because it's electric, but I don't know where it's at. It's somewhere in the garage. Yeah. Next year I've got to get my ass out there because granddaughter kept asking, "Where's the tomatoes? Where's the tomatoes?" I didn't plant any tomatoes. I have 2 volunteer tomatoes from some heirlooms that have I got one big red, well, not red, it was green, about that big. Um, I went out this morning and figured, well, 111 squats yesterday. I'm gonna do some arm work today, and was out pulling weeds and running the weed whacker, and so that little mamas can get through better. And discovered those tomatoes. So hopefully they get somewhat right before they freeze on the vine. I don't know. I've got 3 beds I got to put together and place them. I'm not exactly sure where yet. I'm so tired of trucks. Oh, but it's got to happen. It's apple harvest. But, a bit of good news. After I was done here, my doctor called, and we're putting in, not long after she got off the phone with me, a request stat into the breast surgical department at Swedish in Issaquah. So cross your fingers. Within less than a week, I'll get a phone call of, come on in. We need to do a better today than I was yesterday. Yesterday was ugly. A lot better today than yesterday. And I should have known there was a big solar storm yesterday. I just, yeah. Yeah, keep them crossed. The faster, the better. But like I said, next Tuesday, I won't be here. I will be just taking a day trip to Issaquah for oncology, and cross my fingers I could just maybe pop right into there, into the surgical department, because it's all in one hospital. This hospital's huge. Hey, suspicious, how's it going? Where'd my lid go? That maybe I could get a date, a time, and I don't know. I'm just but at least I know the order's in, and so I'm not so panicked on, are these guys who dropped the ball on me ever gonna pick it back up again? No. She said uh she tried to get a hold of the local mammography area. Um, no response. Uh, talked to the breast surgical center in Swedish. They have nothing. So she was gonna send it all over yesterday. Oh, oh man. I'm sorry you're drained. How you doing with the hurricane, the cleanup? So, how bad is it? I was listening to Dabu, and I don't remember where a lot of their transformers, was it their, whatever, those big boxes are out, and they can't get, it'll be months to get more. And not long before this, mashed potatoes sent a bunch of stuff over across the ocean, stuff like that we could have used here. So yeah, I feel bad for those who are having to struggle not getting the help they need. So uh, I've seen pictures. I've seen pictures of these poor people who go into their houses, and it's halfway up the wall of sand. I mean, you can't get it out fast enough before the stuff underneath it starts to rot. And now there's another one coming, I guess. I don't know. It's it's terrible. And then all the rigmarole that happened yesterday. So far, it sounds like it's been quiet today. So, but is today the holiday? Oh, what is today? Is it today? Is Well, when is okay. Um, I guess I don't have holidays on my calendar. I thought, no, maybe I do. Whoever Diwali is, I don't know what that is, but I thought today was like Rosh Hashanah or something. I forget some Jewish holiday today. Mm. Oh, that's nice. That'll be nice to have power back on. And yeah, they started yesterday, and I can't blame 'em. I was watching something, and I guess their wages are like $15 an hour, up to like $20 an hour for that hard ass work they have to do. I can't blame them really for, going on strike, but a different time would have been better. I mean, there really is never a good time, but um, with everything going on, maybe that will be a push to get both sides to the table to, you know, make some kind of agreement so they can get back to work. But I always think in the back of our mind, or my mind, me and my little friends that are in here, our mind, um, who owns our ports? Does America anymore? Does that have something to do with the problems of them wanting more money and going on strike? And mm, I'm not sure because there's federal minimum wage and state minimum wage, and I think our state minimum wage is like $13. Uh, yeah. I know China owns several of our ports, but God, the last time I worked, $9 was the minimum wage. So whenever I go to collect Social Security, my Social Security income for a month will be more than I have ever made in my life for a month. So, okay. Oh boy, do we ever. Even my people I talk to for my insurance. Yeah. Washington, Oregon, well, California is trying to take the lead, but, you know, so are they're leading businesses right out by trying to go for especially food workers, extremely high wages. But yeah. Oh, the poor person I talked to, and I'll have to talk to again this Friday for my insurance. I am pretty sure it's been outsourced from someplace. I mean, I think he has a bit of a Spanish accent, so since growing up around that, I can understand it. But anybody else? Oh no, Made in America doesn't. Uh, what did my butcher say one day? When something says "Made in America," what are the odds that maybe there's a town in China named America? I went, possible, possible. So, yep, I will pay more for something of better quality than I could not convince my mother of that it would last longer than some cheap ass shit you have to buy 3, 4 times. You're just gonna spend more money in the long run. But she couldn't quite grasp that, you know. So that's exactly it. And a disposable. Both of you two got it right. Disposable society, buy cheap. Yeah, and if it's cheap breaks, throw it away. It's disposable. My oven, which I still need to decide what I'm gonna do. Um, you can't buy parts. You have to go to eBay. We had to go to eBay for a replacement glass top, which in and itself fits, but 3 of the 4 burners line up to where they're supposed to, but my expandable one does not line up where it should on according to the little circle. So, yeah, I don't use it. I mean, I could use it if I want to, but it looks really weird. So, if I have a like, say I boil over milk, I'll have like a burn stain that doesn't match the glass top pattern where the burner's supposed to be. It's off just a little. So, I don't use it as much anyway. It's got to be someone's lunchtime. I love it when this next door midnight. Once in a while, someone will go out to their car and just start jamming their music. I'm like, dude, it's 12 o'clock. There's people next door sleeping or trying to sleep. It stopped. But good old GE, what do you call it? Appliances. No, it hasn't stopped. Just a lull in the music. Um, it's all right. I mean, we've got solar activity. Oh, you're gonna because what did I see go by? Oh God, I didn't sleep worth a shit last night. He kept tossing and turning. He's aching. Do you want some Tylenol? No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Toss, turn, toss, turn. I finally got tired of it, and I went, I'm gonna go make me a bowl of cereal. He comes out, makes himself a bowl of cereal, takes Tylenol. Within 15 minutes, out like a light. And I'm like, really? You should have done that like 3 hours ago. What am I looking up now? Oh, I watched these go by. Carrington. M-class solar flare, I think, is in progress. Possible increase in interference of HF radio, satellite, and space weather. Health effects expected. So that may be where it's coming from. So, yeah. Okay, let's see. Did we have a 6:30? We had a solar flare. Uh, another one at 8 for 3 minutes. So yeah, M class solar flare, solar flare in progress. So yeah, that might be what it is. Hey, Sunrise, how are you? Now it's got me wondering. You said they don't feel good. Let's see how the shoot. The Schumann's looking. 53. Okay. Once the graphic comes up. Oh my. So I don't know if anybody follows the Schumann. It's our it's been hold on. It's been very active with all our solar activity. So our vibrational frequency of the earth is also going up. So Ben. Hey Ben, how's it going? How are you doing? Yeah, I'm sleepy too, but I didn't sleep with a Scott last night till about 1 o'clock when I convinced him to go have some cereal, and then he decided to take Tylenol, so then we all could go to sleep. So, but I am waiting. If I have to suddenly answer a call from Issaquah, just be happy because I want this scheduled as fast as I can, as soon as I can. Who'd think you'd be excited to go under the knife? Not me, but another thing I'm hoping for is they'll take two separate incisions and not one big one to take out two small pieces. So, oh God, that is awesome, Ben. Happy California soul. Oh, that is hilarious. Like, who was it? Some lady. It reminded me of hiking up. I forget which lookout it is on the sunrise side of Mount Rainier. And the gal goes, "You're almost there." She goes, "And turn the corner. It's mostly flat." And we're like going, "Okay," because we were going up at an angle like this. Okay, good. Kind of looking forward to that, and get around the corner, and it's like this. Like, still had that up down with a slant up to the lookout. Afternoon. Oh, I know it's already afternoon. Shit, it's already in October. Uh, yeah, we do. We got the Cascadia subduction zone, which, if it goes, it could wipe out a lot of stuff west of I-5, which will take out one of my favorite motels. So, okay. Better veggies in your fingers, sweetheart. I've occasionally cut parts of my fingers off. These help now. Honestly, I've nicked these things and had to file them down, but it's sure better than cutting my fingers. And I had to do my ring fingers in a different color because A, I threw away the white because it was lumpy after this, and B, pulling weeds in the backyard, I broke off this one. So I was like, I couldn't find it. So yeah. Oh, suspicious. I think. Are you thinking of the old Navy map? There's that old Navy map. Ah, Um, yeah, I hate typing on this keyboard. It's flat. So, since I had to go dig a dinosaur up from downstairs to try something that didn't work, I got it so this keyboard will work with my MacBook. Oh, well, I hope it goes well. I hope it goes well, and it's an easy treatment. I fear throwing up, and that's part of the reason I won't do chemo. Radiation's fine. Chemo, no. So, but I have a feeling when I go Monday, they'll start me on the hormone blockers for like estrogen blockers, since my cancer is, I guess, hormonal caused, whatever. So yeah, 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 they do. Mm. And because of an earthquake in what do you call it? Alaska, I learned the two different types of straits. Uh, if they or not straits, but faults. If they slide, you're gonna get an earthquake, but not a tsunami. But if they overlap, then you're gonna get the tsunami. So yeah, I learned that. I forget a year or so back, and Alaska had some kind of earthquake, but everybody was expecting tsunami tsunami warming, tsunami warnings, and they never happened. So I mean, God, there's a lot of me. I'll tell you, too much. There is too much of me. I have to lose some of me. Um, I've gotten rid of some subscriptions for things like BioTrust. So I'll just I want to go to the gym, but part of me says that I don't want to leave the house. So I can't decide if I want to go to Fitness or not. Can't decide. That would require me to leave the house, and I don't have to leave the house till Friday. What state doesn't make their own jerky? Mummified cow. That's pretty much it. I had to explain to the 8-year-old how why salt is so important. She was watching a video on, powdered foods that will pretty much last indefinitely. M- You'd think there'd be like moose jerky. All right, Sasquatch, where are you? Uh, I mean, you'd think there'd be at least moose jerky or a cow with no leads. But I want cow. Uh, we used to make it on the dehydrator, but co- friend of mine that I worked with had the boys convinced when they were so small that only brown cows gave you chocolate milk. Yeah. So, mhm. So yeah, they were convinced there for a little while, and then it didn't help when Willy Wonka came out with Johnny Depp, and they had the cow up there, and they're trying to figure out what they're making, and he said they're making whipped cream because the cow was being spanked, and I'm like, oh my god. So yeah, what did the kids have one time at the fair? Kangaroo jerky? They were not impressed. They said gator wasn't too bad, but they were not impressed with kangaroo jerky. I'm like, hmm. So, boy, God, I kick myself for not letting the boys ask. My brother had a girlfriend from Russia, Ulisa, gorgeous woman. Um, but I stopped them and I shouldn't have, because they wanted so bad to ask her to say moose and squirrel. But I'm like, no, 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 no. She wouldn't even know what that's about. So but now I kind of wish I'd let him do it. Uh, Yeah. Salmon jerky's all right. Uh, I what is it? I like lox, which is what is it? Smoked raw, thinly sliced. Okay, somewhere there's a disconnect between this and this today. It's just not there. Sliced, thinly sliced salmon. Yeah, it's good on a bagel with some cream cheese and onion. Oh God, it's good. We used to have a place here. We're talking. I called out for you. You heard me. Your ears were burning. We were talking about, I guess, finding cow jerky in Alaska, a place that makes it. So, all right, Sunrise. Hopefully, it won't be too terribly a thing to have to mod. Um, so that was funny. Your ears had to be burning, and we were talking about merch. Good Lord, what is going on? It's what happens when you spend days and days, and this is the only talking I pretty much do during the day, other than yes, no, come fix your dinner. Um, you know, what do you want to drink? Uh, my appointment, the last biopsy, not reveal, but review, it's cancerous, just like the other one. So my doctor put in the referral, a stat referral to breast surgery department in Issaquah. Cross your fingers, they call quickly. I've already got an oncology appointment. Now I just want the surgery done and over with. So, and then get my heart echo done. The monitor's gone. Thank you. I should check and see. that app if it's been received because Ding Dong Me didn't take a picture of the box with the tracking number. So, yep. So hopefully they call soon. I just want it over with. Just want it done with. Especially where the deductible is completely paid. Don't have to worry about anything else. Even meds are completely paid. So, I don't like not having an organized plan of what's going to happen when. So, thanks, Sasquatch. Yeah, I got a piece of dry skin that's driving me bananas. It's either dry skin or glue, one or the other. No, I think it was glue. Yeah. After this, I get to go out and pick up the weeds that I pulled and was kind of hoping to dry a little before I go dump it in the pile. I can't. The city needs to decide. Oh yeah, that's why I'm pushing so hard to get everything done this year before the 31st. Not just because of the snow, but because everything will be 100% paid for and I won't have to worry about it. So, I've only been to Alaska once. I'd like to go back. Gosh darn it. I can't find my good tweezers, so I can't just go fuss this. I'm just gonna take the don't have on hand. Might work. Um, if I can't, nope, just made it worse. No, now I'm gonna end up fussing with that for the rest of the day. Yeah, I just as much as I get done, the fastest I can get done. That might be tomorrow night's dinner. Good job. I have sliced my fingers more times than I want to admit to. That's another reason I won't use like a potato peeler because I not only peeled the potato, I peeled the top of my knuckles when I was younger, just right off. So, got me out of cooking for quite a while when I was a kid. So, mhm, I'm not. What's funny though is, okay, I'll cut myself at home. When I was learning to cut different meats, the but I think Lad had like a 10 or 12-inch Granton blade. Never cut myself with that thing at all when I was cutting meat. But because I wasn't used to a blade that long, because my little blades, the little bone blades were, maybe this big at the most. So I'd accidentally bump it against my thumb, and next thing you know, I have a band-aid with duct tape over the top of it because duct tape doesn't peel off once it gets wet. So, mhm. Then I don't have to wonder. Did that with the good old first microwave we had when I was a kid. They said you could microwave eggs. Sure, yeah, they didn't tell you to take them out of the thing and put them in a bowl first. God, those microwaves, you could cook a huge turkey in it. That's how big they were. You know? Yep, they will. And the one nice thing about a really sharp blade is you don't realize you've cut yourself till you realize you're bleeding. It doesn't it doesn't hurt. It's just, um, God, I remember as a kid, uh, I think everyone, hey Mary, I think any kid who grew up in around a Mexican household, uh, all their mothers and grandmothers they look like a little machete, a small machete, and I cut mine with my great great aunts, and I was so freaked out as a kid because I cut my thumb, and I had to go take a nap after it because I could feel my pulse in my finger. I thought my finger was gonna fall off. That something was seriously wrong. Yeah. What? 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 No. She is the most demanding, my little gray one. So I'm not letting you out. It's cold outside. 60 degrees outside. Mm, So, oh, Kitty, did I miss somebody in here? I mean, it's not like I have a large group here. Did I miss somebody? No, I think I got everybody that I'm used to seeing. Um, had to tell the family. Finally told the in-laws what was going on. So, oh, that pain in my ass. She's all gray, well, meow will sit there and right in your face in the morning if she wants to go outside. Meow as loud as she can. Yeah. I think Seventh knows what I'm talking about. Those suckers that, yeah, cut watermelon, cut anything. I've got two here somewhere, and I think they're downstairs. Yeah, not quite ready for 46 though. It was 30 some this morning, and um, the I swear the animals can pick up whatever's going on with all the radiation, the the CMAs, everything, the magnetic changes. Oh yeah, I do too. I do too. I have a nice Victorinox for cutting meat. It's only about an 8-inch gratin blade, and it's nice. I like it. I just keep it nice and sharp, and in the container it came in, because that's not something you want to run your finger across. Not in the door. No, excuse me. It's not my day today. Words aren't coming out, and neither is any of my thoughts. So yeah. So I didn't watch hardly anything on YouTube today, other than this, other than music. What was it? Some dark Gregorian chants and uh, an hour-long thing called Thebes. So yeah, I've been trying to get stuff done instead of, because if I watch lives, I'm right there and I get shit done. I don't get anything done. So, oh well, Snickers is now beneath me. No, anybody here want a cat? Beautiful little tuxedo. Uh, just he's white right here. Everything's black. White whiskers, white eyebrows, white paws. Make a wonderful shop cat for somebody. Uh, will go into your car if you don't shut it right away. And I'm pretty sure that's how he got here. Either one of the workers just thought, well, we'll take him with us and drop him off over here because they have another cat. I don't want another outside cat. No. Oh, wow. Oh God, I love WKRP in Cincinnati, and for a long time, why they couldn't put those out there like they could do the other ones, you'd get the box set of whatever your Batman or whatever, was the music. All that music they used for that show, they would have had to gone back and pay all the licensing and get all the permission and everything, and still to this day, Thanksgiving, I could still hear Mr. Carlson in my head. Um, how do you say? No, that sounds good though. I just used this little kit I got off of Amazon, a crock pot roast kit that then I use it in my Instapot. Um, what did Mr. Carlson say? Um, I swear on my life, I thought turkeys could fly because they were giving away free turkeys, and poor Les Nessman, is a Buckeye Newshawk winner, was watching them fall to the ground. What did he say? Like wet bags of cement? Um, oh yeah. What? That's her bed. Oh God. You'd think I still had teenage boys. Those dudes did their yes, less yeah. No kidding. You want bulletproof, and not to mention that it won't rust either. Yep, Herb Tarlek. I love John. I love Johnny Fever when they were doing that. Was it that alcohol thing with the drug thing with the stater? And he's sitting there and he goes, "Your hand is like a 4-lane freeway, and your thumb is the off ramp." And I'm like, "Oh my God." Or yes, send it. I put mine in. Now I want to make those cookies. I just gotta have time. Yes. Uh, Reed. What did he go by in the show? Tim Reed went by Venus Flytrap. Uh, uh, what did he say? He was drunk or whatever, and he came in with that fishing hat, which first time I'd ever seen one of those fishermen's like baseball hats where the bill is really huge. He comes walking into Mr. Carlson's office and I remember him going, "I am the air." But the weird things that just stick out in my mind. But uh, for some reason, for a while, I had thought Lonnie Anderson was Pamela Anderson's mother. They are not related. Um, could if you have a 55-gallon drum of pork and beans, by the time you're done eating it, you're also your own heating source. What are? Oh, she's just preening herself. Um, I had there's a thing, Canadian prepper video that the 8-year-old has to watch today before she starts watching all that other crap that she watches. Um, yep. Today's the one she's gonna watch is on water purification and survival. Like yesterday, and she learned a lot about the different foods like flakes and potato flakes and stuff that will pretty much last forever. Then we had a discussion on uh, um, on best by dates. That's just for A, store rotation, B, uh, it'll have its best flavor, but it doesn't mean the next day it's bad. It tastes. So yeah, he was the father figure of the group. hmm And then I think Les Nessman was the comedy relief for the whole thing. So, oh gosh, that is such 80s hair. Her and Travis Andy, that amount of hairspray in his hair too was just. I had a classmate, God love him. I don't think he has his hair anymore. But I remember in 8th grade, he pretty much did what Jennifer did. I think it was. I really think it was Ben from because I remember seeing FM at the theaters. But he would feather his hair back and spray it. And his too was that bright, bright blonde. And so when the wind would blow, it would go like this. If it's blowing from behind him, his poor hair would do this. But I don't know if he's got any, if he's still got, I think it's been 20 years since I saw him last. So speaking of TV people, the one guy from uh, American Pickers, as I touch my nose to remember, American Pickers, he passed away. The shorter guy. I don't know. I didn't catch what. It was just a little community note on YouTube for the History Channel. So, yeah. And then, of course, Chris Christopherson passed away, but he was 88. You know. Yeah, yeah, he did. It's like on a go to like the History Channel. It's one of their community notes or whatever. Yeah, yeah. Nope, they don't. They don't. I think a lot of that is that stupid plastic lining they have in there now. That toxic shit they put in stuff. Mhm. No, reminds me I've got to start eating my vegetables that I bought and rotate them. The seasoning salt, a little bit of cream cheese, and some julienne green beans. Head green beans are actually really, really good. I don't remember the last time I watched Netflix. Oh no, we've been watching Ozark on Netflix. That's weird. That's definitely different. No, it's not. And I remember down in the lower Yakima Valley, a place that you'd bring your green beans or whatever you wanted to do. You'd put them in the cans, however you wanted them, salt, you did whatever you wanted. You put them on this conveyor belt, they went through and they came out canned for you. No labels, so if you didn't label it when you got home, it was like mystery food for dinner tonight. Um, and I wish they had those still. Ooh, I learned a new term. Thank you, TikTok. I know that people say it's useless, but I believe, let me see if I'm pretty sure it was called elite panic, which makes a lot of sense once you figured it. All right, I have no brightness. Yeah. There's an article from the 20th. It's called Elite Panic versus the Resilient Populace, on how the people in charge nowadays want you so relying on them and the state that uh, because it's a control factor, and people like us who can hunt, garden, fish, we're a problem to them because we won't submit to their control like they want. And uh, what do you call it? Britain, as of today, I saw. Oh, yum! I'm definitely gonna make one of those tonight. Um, you have to register your chickens. So, I mean, once I saw that, it took me back to what I learned. Was it yesterday or the day before about that? And I went, "Holy shit!" Yeah, that's good. No worries. Um, we all recognize what you were spelling. Um, wow. My car will tell me if I'm low on oil to the point where it flashes at me, pull over, park. But mine doesn't drip oil, but it burns oil the way I drive my car. So every, couple months I have to toss in an extra quart. Yeah. Um, wow. We have a we have a 2003 Toyota Camry. It's a I love it. That's why it's that way. That's perfect. Oh, cool. I wonder what um cast does cast iron work on an induction? I don't I don't have any of those. I've got two of my burners are halogen, but um um because I've got an Erie cast iron pan with the heat ring from like 1880 that is for frying fish in. Uh, that I got for $6 at Craft, not Craft, at good old Value Village. That's where I didn't go. Darn it. Well, I got to go there next week. I got to stop at Value Village next week. Issaquah has. I so miss the Value Village we had here. Um, the oldest, they would go. Him and his soon-to-be ex-wife would go to Value Village, find certain things, T-shirts, jackets, yada yada yada, and turn around and sell them online for way more than they bought them for. So, oh, cool. Yeah. Um, I have a whole bunch of cast iron pans, and I grew up. I thought that's what that drawer was for underneath your oven, was for putting your pots and pans. Easy to find. I didn't know it's for keeping food warm. So I kept putting the cast iron pan, get a new one at a yard sale, putting it in there, and one day I went to pull it out, and the door went right to the floor. The little rails that it sat on the rollers, it was too heavy, and it bent the rails just right to the floor. I had to find a new spot for my pans. But take care, Sasquatch. Stay warm. Yeah. So yeah, they're all downstairs now in the cupboard. I did not know that pan was for keeping food warm. I thought it was where you stored your extra pots and pans. You can tell my mother didn't cook, so mm. Now I gotta remember where I vacuum sealed that roast. Our local cock, our blah blah. Good lord, Robin Williams would say. Excuse me, rented lips. Um, it's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah, don't put too many in there, Match. I overloaded mine, and yeah, I had to go through and redo all the little take the time and put all the little railings, runner thing, whatever you want to call it, back in the space where it's supposed to be, so I can at least open and shut it. Because before it would sit there like this. Oh, it, I had a when I got my Impala, it was got it in 15. It was a 2008, had 117,000 miles on it, and now I've got 210,000 miles on it. So, oh, that's good. I had like eight, and then all the cupcake pans. Yeah. So I went through and uh, cast iron stayed. A lot of the other pans went bye bye. They went to Goodwill. I was just done with them. So yes, Mary's doing a fabulous job, and Chrissy's got a great channel too. That's her daughter. Yeah, mine is bright red, LTZ. So I love that thing. Ooh, that'd be a nice idea out of the dried peppers. Yeah, my Impala, it's got the tan leather interior, and don't sit on those leather seats for too long with those rhinestone back pockets. I have a couple of holes. need to fix. So they didn't tear. They're just little. They look like how the rhinestones, how they have those little clips in the corners to hold them into place. Yeah. So, God, now I'm thinking of pot roast and where I put it. Because Costco the other day, 2 weeks ago, had chuck roasts. They didn't have any prime chuck roast. They only had choice. For $6.99 a pound. So it wasn't too bad. Yeah, I really appreciate the cloth interior. And when it's about 100 degrees outside, and you did not put up your cover for your window, your front window, and you jump in with a pair of shorts on, and you want to jump right back out. Yeah. There's many a summers that you're peeling your sweaty legs off to get out of the seat of your car. But I think I'm almost done with short season until next March. Yeah. I had in shorts this morning when I went outside to pull some weeds. And then it was cold in the house and warmer outside, so I put pants back on. I need to get a new dehydrator. Mine is from the 80s. It's like the big orange stack that's like this tall. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can't imagine living life now without heated seats. Someone said that's just, first world problems. And I'm like, oh, yeah, but I don't care what world it's in. My back hurts. So I wish when we'd auto start my car, it would turn on the seats, but it does not. So, yeah, I've got, oh, I do too. I do too. I'd have to win the lotto or actually go out and get my ass a job. But I can't do that because I really can't. I got to be here at a certain time for the kids. And even the 2 days I have off, that I don't have the kids that their dad has. I typically try to be here because half the time their dad doesn't even show up to pick them up. So, I swear Mexican music has not changed since I was a kid. Someone out here still has music going with the sounds like the tuba and the accordion. Yep. They are. I will use them in the summertime. Oh, there's something to look forward to when you get back into the car. I have the heated seats and the you said mud reminded me WeatherTech in my car. So when I come back from the hillside and my feet are muddy, which I have not been on the hillside since the last time I did a live show. I got to get my ass back up there. Um oh, cool. Um yeah, you just kind of get most of the mud off and then it just dries to the plastic stuff and you just vacuum it all up. Yeah. My brother lives there. I haven't visited him since '97. He's came up, from there, but yeah, I walked out. It was like 100 and some degrees, really high humidity. Walked out of the airport, opened the doors, felt all that come at me. Looked at my mother and went, "I want to go home now." She says, "Get through your brother's wedding, then you can go home." I'm like, "God damn, okay." Um, and my brother's idea of air conditioning in Tempe is 80 degrees. I remember my mother saying, "Can you turn the air conditioning down? Your sister's over here wilting." So, oh no, We get in the negatives once in a while for maybe a week or two, and that's about it. Then it's like in the 20s or 30s, and then the temperature never changes if it's overcast. But then in the summertime, we also get over 100 degrees up here. So I grew up in the lower valley with the lower Yakima Valley in the summer without air conditioning. And us kids learned. I don't know if anybody else ever did this. If you were so hot, you just go get some a bottle of rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip, and then stand in, or not Q-tip, a cotton ball, and put that on your arms or your back or whatever, and then stand in front of a box fan. You cool yourself off. Yeah, kids today are too spoiled. And making, which I didn't do any this year, uh, cucumbers, onions, and pickle juice. So and just kind of let no cucumbers, onion, vinegar. There you go. In your refrigerator and let all that sit there for a day or two and then eat it. And I forget it's supposed to, I think the old saying is to help thin your blood for summertime, so it's not so bad. I now have pop up my nose. Um, now I have a stuffy nose. Oh, you're back east. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I used to have an orange tree in my kitchen for a little while. And then I don't know how I managed to knock it off to the floor. And then I was probably carrying something. Only 104. That's no. That's too warm. No. So you and Sue are way too warm. No. I'm looking forward to the leaves turning. I mean, pardonnez-moi. Um, what do you call it? I have an elm tree, and they give off all these little seeds, and then little elm trees start to come up. I have a tiny little elm tree in my one of my raised beds, and it's turning autumn colors. I want to see what it does before I pull it. Yeah. Ben, maybe you might know. Uh, Up Chinook Pass and well, between Chinook Pass and White Pass up here in Washington. Oh, no kidding. No, I'm allergic to mosquito bites. Where would I find a map? A map of the old mines that used to exist. There used to be a lookout on a place we'd call Miners Ridge, and I know those hills are just littered with old mines. There's a copper mine that you can still kind of get to, but I don't know where I would find a map of where all the old ones are, because I guess my brother-in-law, he don't remember where it was or how he found it. A mining car up by Granite Lake, up Chinook Pass. Yeah, we had a whole bunch, and I'd love to get a hold of a map and find some of them. I'm not stupid enough to go in them, but there's one. I should get up. I'd love to get up to the top of that pass again before it gets too, before it snows. But a slide came through. We just had a small rock slide, because right by the road, and it opened up a mine shaft, and somewhere in here, I've got it. But kids have, or some people have been going up into it. I won't go into it. I'd love to get my drone at least up there, eye level with it, and see what's in it. But yeah, it was, yeah, all of a sudden it just appeared one year, and I'm like going, okay, so snow kind of took rocks out of the way, and so the other side of the road, we're pretty sure just leftover. What made that part is just leftover tailings. Mm, yeah. So it's really cool, but I won't go in it. I got, I grew up. My birth father and my adoptive father, they're all old miners from Wallace, Idaho. I know not to go in there, but oh, okay. It's yeah, 2:28. I better get going and get ready for the little bull in the china hutch to come through. Okay, I'm gonna go do screenshot this bin because I can't. I have no clue how to save this stuff on on StreamYard. I have no clue, but I can. And I need to get that thumbnail. Where you at? Thumbnail I made printed out as a picture. That was so pretty. All right, guys, I'll be back tomorrow, but I gotta go get ready for the 8-year-old to come in and immediately want food. I actually had to raise up my daycare prices a little so I could keep her in food because she eats about what I make a day watching her. So, okay, let's see. Come on, play catch up. Come on. There we go. Got it. All right, guys, I love you all, and I will catch you on the flip side, and we'll see again how this ending works. It's an automatic beginning now and an automatic ending. So I have 4 seconds in the beginning to either swallow my pills or have a drink of pop before I start. So, all right, guys, all my love, Miss Dragon. Oh, I have to click another button. Okay. Thank you for being part of Miss Dragon's menagerie. I hope you enjoyed your stay. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All my love, Miss Dragon.